Okay, today we have what's kind of become a rarity in the last couple of years with my beer reviews. I've done a lot of different styles, and I have yet to do a Gose style, which is really getting a resurgence, especially in the U.S. You see a lot of microbrewers brewing this style of beer. This beer we're going to be reviewing today is from Victory Brewing. It's their Kirsch Gose. It's 4.7% ABV. I'll give you a little bit of a description of the style, which I do each and every time we talk about a new style, which, as I mentioned, hasn't happened in a little while. So I know people have been commenting on past videos saying, just get to the beer, get to drinking the beer. I like to give a little history of breweries. If there is a history of breweries that's worth talking about, I like to talk about them. And I like to talk about the style of beer, just in case you've never had it. In this case, I've never had this style of beer. So this is the first time I'm having it and reviewing it at the same time. So a Gose is an old German beer style from Leipzig. It's an unfiltered wheat beer made with 50 to 60% malted wheat. This is according to Beer Advocate. So it's got like a cloudy yellow color, refreshing crispness and twang to it. Low hop bitterness, duh. And a bit of dryness as well, and spice from coriander and the addition of salt. Also, so that's a brief kind of description of what this style of beer is. According to Victory's website, a bold and bright step outside the norm, old-world German brewing process excites your senses with the sharp and sweet burst of fresh cherries. Effervescent and sublime, rather, it's a session ale, 4.7%, of course. And kind of like a Berliner Weisse, I guess, is this style, in that different flavors and syrups can be used in the process of brewing. So, I don't know if there's a blurb here on the on the bottle. Yep, basically the same thing I just read. So, sour cherry beer. I have to, full disclosure, I'm not into the cherry fruity kind of beers, so I'm going to try to kind of divorce myself of my own personal preferences when I taste this. As we pour it into this Victory glass, we see a very, it is a red. It's a red cherry-looking beer. Very red, almost pinkish, as a matter of fact. Almost like a sangria-looking, strawberry-looking concoction here, with a very small head, very thin, like soda-y kind of head that's disappearing pretty quickly. Let's get the aroma now of Kirsch Gose from Victory. Very, very faint cherry aroma. Almost like a sanitized cherry. Light fruit. Summery kind of fruit smell to it. Effervescent smell. So let's get the taste now. Not as overpoweringly cherry-ish as I thought it was going to be. It's almost like a sparkling wine. I am definitely getting the dry finish, very dry finish. Crisp. The cherries are very crisp. I could totally, have one of these. And I don't like fruity beers. But this one's very light on the fruit. It's very, it's almost like a, I don't want to say wine cooler, because that would be probably not doing it as much justice as I could, but it is a very effervescent, crisp kind of beer, and I think a great beer for what it's setting out to do, kind of being a crisp springtime. Now this is brewed in the spring. It's a spring release, as far as Beer Advocate described it. Very good. For the style, very good. I'm going to go ahead and give Kirsch Gose a 9 out of 10. Is it my go-to? Would it be a beer that I would reach for? No, not a beer that I would reach for. It's just not my style. But kind of divorcing myself of that and looking into the style, really, really good beer. A little light, I would say. Goses are not supposed to be very heavy, but this one is a little bit on the light side. Again, first time I'm having this style, so I don't really I can't really compare it to anything. So I'm going to say, for what I've read in the description of the style and what I see in this beer, good looking beer, cherry look to it. Maybe wanted a little more of a head, a little less fizzy of a head. But 9 out of 10, just an excellent beer for what it is. Kirsch Gose from Victory.